Hello, I'm Jerry Rigged, and this is the Talos Principle, where I'm pretty much done here. Pretty much, but not completely. I'm definitely going to check out this room. I don't know what's in it. I don't know what I get from it. I don't know any of that. And well, I guess there's no way to break that. So if I finish this quickly enough, I'm just going to have to continue and start on building B, I guess. The Egyptian era. No big message, no... Huh. Is this like a multiplayer thing? That's Alan. What the hell? This is seriously weird. Mario, Tome. Surely they can figure out what's going on if they're actually people. I think these are... I don't think these are people. I think they're AI that are dropping things and picking them up at random intervals. Maybe not random intervals, but... yeah, because that's the same thing that it did before. Okay, so these aren't intelligent. Samsara, that's a name I recognize. Huh. The Shepherd. So if... I don't know where I was going with that. I don't... This one's not giving me a name. It's more than a little disconcerting. So this is presenting two pieces of information. We have Admir, who is a robot with a television for a head, and we have the Shepherd, who is a robot. This suggests to me that we are dealing with AI in here, at least to some degree. May or may not be true. but it is what it is for the moment. Error, invalid encoding. But I just saw... I thought I just saw something that said, like, Jerome or something. It's Jonas. It's Tom. I can't stand in front of you, okay. Now this one is not making the beep boop sound that they normally make, so I am assuming I cannot use it. Got little baby hands. Yeah, I can't use it. So I guess somebody made a hidden area. What the hell are you doing? Oh, I can't even pick it up. Okay, well. Making something beep. Oh! Hello. Oh, that was very conspicuous timing. Okay. A little strange, but alright. Well, this might have some importance. Huh. This might be like a Kickstarter thing, because that's a little bit weird for an icon. Anton Mischievous Antonov. Marinov. He got to live forever after all. Took the frogs and the rocks and the trees and Crystal and all of the other persons with him too. A little creepy. Okay. Valerie Lady Fuzztail Valens. What the serpent won't tell you is that love is the essence of humanity. Well, that's Cyrillic, so don't listen to the voice or I will Taise you? John, Master Evil Race Bingcha. You rush a miracle, man, you get rotten miracles. Viper 45, we know far less than we think we do. Florian Devastator Schneider. 1,000 words are no match for a good fight. Attila Elias Kiss. Oh, hey there, Mario. Sorry I broke that puzzle again. Arthur AR2R Devil Pinky Sidorin. Ara, I am Heavy Trigger Guy, and this is my trigger. Uh-huh. I guess I'll go ahead and read all these. Angelo Scratch Geels, for he will forever be the forum cat. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow. Alexandra Mental for Richald. Where there's smoke, they pinch back. Okay. Okay, and these are... So this is people, I guess. But then here are No, this is just more. It just happens this guy has a robot head thing. Andre Tibaru Jerba. Words are wind. Anthony NMR Davies. Requiescat in peace and pace. Alright. Is that readable? It might be an actual QR code. Addy Finzi Harkonnen. Elohim better not prohibit beer. Chris A.C. Webb. I shall solve the mysteries of this land of Elohim. Gedimus Jakudas. Libran.so.1. Struct times spec sec equals. Yeah, it's some kind of programming. Printf so ronery /n. Nanosleep sec null. Jella Fireshell Smits. Raw ring at everything. Martin Serious Spoon Sta. There is no spoon. Noam 2000 Ruben. The Z signals are evil. Vlad Freaknik, Remazov. Words, if properly interpreted, are the tools of eternal enlightening. And the last one, Zoran Zaki Petrovic. Vegetation shader still lacks vegetation or shading or any linguistical combination of the previous two words. Feels like there's a lonely tree out here. It's tilted. That is all. There's lots of people standing over here. Okay. There's very nice music in this area. I can't just grab this. Actually, I assume I can't grab this at all because I'm passing through it. Oh, hello. So there's a recording with the head. And a name, apparently. At this point, I can say I don't know if I'm supposed to learn anything from this place, but I haven't. I don't think so. I mean, maybe a little bit, but... Okay. Alright, that looks like that's pretty much it here. Nothing too fancy, but a couple things a little weird. Secret area found and nothing achieved. Let's go ahead and take the long trip up to the next area. There we go. I have my phone for keeping time because my other computer is dying, possibly. I don't think I ever looked at these. I came and looked around, but I didn't look at the computers. I don't think there were any other computers either. That could be wrong. Okay. To have 2 items, Athena 12 and HIS-1A Rome. 12. The Council of Zeus. The great bronze bulls pulled the carriage forward, mighty bursts of steam issuing from their nostrils. Finally, they came to the gates at the top of... corruption. Here assembled were all the many generations of the gods, and the demigods and souls of mortals, steel and bronze and iron, memory of flesh. The clouds parted far beneath, revealing beautiful plains of Macedon, and where great gleaming cities had once, blah blah blah. Macedonia, if I recall, was very fond of bulls, but I may be thinking of a different culture. And HIS-1A Rome. UA HIS-1A Professor Dr. Armin Hulak. The Fall of the Roman Empire, a dialectical approach. Homo sum humani nihil ami alienum puto. But interesting as such perspectives of the decline and ultimate dissolution of the Roman Empire may be, they ultimately put too much emphasis on individual catastrophic events. The real question that must be asked is why the Roman Empire, which had dealt with so many threats and catastrophes over the years, was so incapable of responding to these later problems. We must investigate the division of wealth, the structure of government, the location of power in Roman society. Had the Republic survived or been restored, would Rome still have fallen? What was the role of debt and slavery in creating the conditions that we now call the Dark Ages? Rome, the saying goes, was not built in a day. It didn't fall in a day, either. To register for the class, please email. And that's it. So I can go there, which is Building B, or I can go there, which is Building C, and of course, Building B it is. Which has sphinxes, clear indicators, which I already know, of the Egyptian trappings we'll find down there. Let's see, 2, wow, pronounceable. Oxyrhynchus. I'm going to go with Oxyrhynchus. The great irony of the Oxyrhynchus papyri is that such a vital resource of information about the ancient world exists only because of a garbage dump, while the Library of Alexandria burned at the hands of fanatics and conquerors, depriving us of unimaginable insights into history, philosophy, and art. The papers carelessly thrown away by the citizens of Oxyrhynchus survived to the modern day. Can I help you? She's turning around on my chair. Are you laying down or are you getting down? My arm position makes the difference. You're laying down? Okay. Let's see. And though it is true that a great deal of what we know today is because of the conscious efforts of individuals, correction, and organizations such as the spectacular translations and preservation work done during the Islamic Golden Age, so much more is simply the result of coincidence and luck. We've lost texts that the ancients considered to be absolutely essential, while utterly trivial, even plagiarized, work has survived unharmed. Well, plagiarized, at least, would mean that copies exist. So if we want our descendants to remember that glittering... Oh god, Twilight reference. So if we want our descendants to remember more than glittering emo vampires and auto-tuned teen pop stars, we have to invest in... Make sure that... It's fair. It's very fair and true. Bookofosiris.wiki. It's Sunday. It's late afternoon. Early evening as I'm recording this, so yes, sorry, yawn. The Book of the Scribe of Osiris, sometimes also referred to as the Book of the Journey of Aru, is an ancient Egyptian text discovered in the excavation of Oxyrhynchus. It has caused a certain degree of controversy among Egyptologists, as some argue that it is a classic funerary text, such as the Book of Coming Forth by Day, while others believe it is a poetic work not intended to be understood literally. The book tells the story of a dying man who asks a scribe about the afterlife. The scribe, a servant of Osiris, describes how the man's Ka, life force, will be separated from his Ba, personality, and how he will live to reunite the two and become an Ak, living intellect, passing a series of trials in the Duat, underworld, in order to reach the paradise of Aru. Unlike similar texts, the Book of the Scribe of Osiris focuses less on giving advice or corruption. A recent study, Carnahan Hassan, suggests the text may have been intended as a philosophical commentary on the world of living through the allegory of the Duat. Duat was the underworld. It remains unclear whether this was the intent of the original pre-Alexandrian author or a result of the later translation into Greek. The earlier manuscript, which is considered to be more authentic, is too fragmentary to provide answers, though perhaps further excavation may. Corruption. Turning around again? Well, I can't help you with that. She doesn't like it when I fidget in my chair, but I fidget in my chair because I'm sitting, and that's kind of what I do. Anything else around here? No? Okay. Let's go take out the first Egyptian world and get a feel for what those puzzles are going to be like. I expect there will be worlds of sand and wind and not much too hospitable, really. Those are very bright, though. Very bright lamps. Huh. That unlocks fans. That unlocks terminals, I guess. And we have one all the way over here. Here's another one that's locked up. Doesn't look like we have a hidden eighth one this time, but there might be. There might be. Alright, World 1. Bead 1.
I have promised you eternal life. But know that eternity may only be attained by those who serve a purpose greater than themselves. All else is decay. So it was written in the hidden words before the beginning of time.
Huh. I have no idea what's going on to you from McTinchy. I'm finally getting a sense of the entity in the archive, though at some cost to my sanity. I'm beginning to think this Elohim wields no more control of this world than we do. Yeah, well, that's kind of how gods work. Gods plural. As a point of fact. Osiris 1. Got It Lyrics and Immortality. Original translation by E.I. Wallace Budge. Annotations by unknown. The dying man went to the scribe who resided in Hermedyad and said, "Behold, I am weak of body. My days under the holy sun of Amun-Ra are coming to an end. Though I have spent my years in service of the two lands, I have not studied the unknown. Tell me, you who are wise in the writings of the dead, what lies ahead in my journey? What will I face in the land of the Westerners?" And the scribe spoke, saying, "At the appointed time, corruption. Footnote 1. It is likely the location was changed according to who the copy of the book was made for. The dying man is an avatar for the owner. In the older manuscript, this is rendered as blank, corruption, some controversy as to whether it ends. The dead, compared with Kenti Amenchu, the foremost of the Westerners, a title later given to Osiris. Sometimes, footnote 5, which we don't actually have, sometimes mistaken for mistranslations on Budge's part. This is actually almost certainly a mistranslation in the ancient scribe. The equivalent portion of the older manuscript is sadly not extant. Okay. Got it, lyrics. Uh-huh. Not the song that I thought it was. 24 million views. My new song with lyrics. Gotta laugh about this stuff. Laughter is the best medicine, LOL. If you would like to skip my singing, well, sorry. Skip forward a few seconds, minutes, something. I'm not actually going to sing, I'm just going to read it. So, poetry. Lyrics. I've got it. You've got it. He's got it. She's got it. Mommy's got it. Daddy's got it. Baby's got it. Granny's got it. Laddie's got it. Fatty's got it. Happy's got it. Sappy's got it. Chorus. Everybody. Everybody's got it. Come on. That's terrible. Oh god, there's more. Jack's got it. Fred's got it. Bob's got it. Dog's got it. I assume. Dog is fine. Really? Chorus. Woof woof woof. Woof woof woof. Dancing dog. Everybody. Everybody's got it. Except dog. Woof. We've got it. We've got it. We've got it. Everybody's got it. And I have an option to favorite or add to playlist, which I will do neither. Immortality. Disgruntlemeister's blogs to see. Episode 204. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm afraid of dying. I don't see any reason to believe there's an afterlife. I'm an organism like any other. When my brain stops working, my consciousness will cease, and I will be gone. And you know what? I can't just embrace that. I can't say I'm okay with it, or I've accepted it, or some nonsense like that. I don't want to have an ending. It terrifies me. If I don't want to have an ending, no. If I had a genie right now, I'd wish for immortality. Who wouldn't? Oh, but you wouldn't really want to be immortal, the pseudo-philosophers would say. Pretentious drivel. Everybody wants to live forever. Maybe everybody deserves to live forever, too. But we can't, so here we are. Live with it. Or rather, don't. And that is it for this. Okay, a little bit more green than I was expecting, so that's a nice plus. Symbols of people. Stuff being corrupted. That did not used to happen, I don't believe. Getting progressively more tired. Not much that I can really do about that. All told, and in honesty. But I can solve a puzzle. Something about a star. Okay, I've got an obstacle there. I've traveled to the edge of the known world, though it seems to stretch on forever. Our domain is much less than we imagined. LB. Well, the good news is I got it extremely easily. Oh, that was it. You just... But, here's the trick. I know there's a red thing here with a star, and I know I want to get it. Now, there's not a star in here. There's nothing else to connect it to up above. So I want to lay that down. going to get something, it's going to have to be from there, but for now, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next one. I thought there might be something up there. Hello again. I've been checking your responses against library archives, and in order to assist you further, I need additional information. Can you tell me what is the most important difference between a pebble and a tree? Tree is alive. Now, what is the relevant difference between a tree and a frog? Frog is conscious. Now we're getting somewhere. Let's try something harder. What's the difference between a frog and you? What makes you a person? Oh, well... complex thought, I would say. I'm sure frogs feel pain and try to avoid that. That's simple thought. Frogs, I think by instinct, things can be self-aware, too. My cat, for instance, who is now resting, still in the back of my chair, and is complaining because I'm petting her now. She's self-aware enough that I think the notion of, I am hungry, so I must eat, you know, that in and of itself is self-aware, but rationality, there are degrees of that, and I don't think a frog has most of that. That is the answer I've been contemplating as well. Checking user profile, done. Though I'm not convinced that view lines up with the definition of person you provided earlier, still, doubting your assumptions isn't something to fear. It's an intellectual survival instinct. I'm pleased to see you adapting your ideas to your environment. Let us take stock. I think we can tentatively conclude two things. A person must be rational or self-aware. A person must be conscious. What I suggest we do to help resolve your problem is to ask whether you are in fact those things. Are you self-aware yourself? Can you rationalize your existence? Yeah, I assume. I guess. I tend to agree with you, though your responses so far have been a little eccentric. I'm resigned to admit that you are right. A matter of whether or not you are conscious seems rather elusive. What is consciousness, in your opinion? Consciousness is what separates us from animals? Not necessarily. Consciousness is what it likes to be me. Consciousness is the feelings and senses. I think that's fair. To sense an environment and react to it, but is a plant conscious? Plants will feel in a way and react to stimulus, not in a responsive fashion necessarily, but a plant will grow toward light, for instance. Is that sense and is that feeling? I'm just going to have to go with no at this point in time. That hardly answers the question. What is it in ordinary terms? Can I touch it? What is it made of? Consciousness is a complex functional system. I'm okay with that. Interesting. Thinking. You know, I really feel like we're making progress. We'll have you through that certification program in no time. In the meantime, I will mull over your proposal and notify you if I come to any conclusions. Terminating session, and now I have 3 things to read. First, I'm going to take a drink of what little water is left in my cup. The role of mutation in evolution is particularly fascinating. Mutation is essentially an error in the organism's central database. A variable gets changed, a piece of information is accidentally doubled or combined with another. Most of the time, the result is the equivalent of a bug, causing anything from minor problems to complete system shutdown, i.e. death. But sometimes the new information is functional, giving the organism an advantage against the challenges it faces, in which case it has a much higher chance of being passed on to the next generation. If you consider how unlikely a beneficial mutation is, and how long it takes for such a mutation to propagate, this process can give you an amazing insight into just how vast the genetic history of each living organism corrupts there. Simultaneously, it is intriguing to consider what a major role random errors have played in the evolution of life itself. The same process that has killed so many of us, often in horrific ways, is also responsible for our existence. Capacity. Trevor to Alexandra, EL capacity. Subject, EL capacity. Yeah, no worries. EL is not... Oh, right, EL was a abbreviation for a thing. It's not only ridiculously fast, it also has a bazillion tons of space. Even while hosting a full copy of the archive, it'll totally be able to handle all your project's data needs, assuming its output is as you suggested. I mean, the worst case scenario would be like centuries. That should be enough, right? Right? Oh, that could be interesting if that's suggesting that maybe it's centuries later and the data is getting piled in and limited, and that's why we're starting to get corruption. Favorited by George Jameson. One of the common misunderstandings about evolution, sometimes accidentally promoted by people who should know better, is that it's an active process. Sometimes the term evolve is even applied to individual beings, and if some invisible force had driven them to suddenly change. But the truth is that individuals don't evolve. The term evolution describes a long-term process that can be observed in an entire population across time due to corruption. Example, in response to an external threat or challenge. If an individual coincidentally has a trait that allows it to deal with that challenge more effectively than others, it is more likely to pass that information on to its descendants. That information gives them an advantage, so over time they become the dominant model of that species. The individuals experience no significant genetic change during their lifetime, but each of them is part of the evolution of the species. Interesting. And that is all for now. In that, I mean, I'm still playing, but... God, I am pretty tired. Over the fence. Well, that tells me everything I need to know, doesn't it? Well, that one was simple enough. I'm not the first one to undertake these trials, that much is clear. Let's see if I have anything new that I can post. Don't cross the streams, people. Don't cross the streams. I can't. Yeah, there's no easy way for me to get there. I will post this right over here if I can. I'll go ahead and do the am I crazy? Can I even post this? I can. Woohoo! Leave your mark. Jury V 99.118.0015. I'm okay with that. Okay. Holy crap. It seems very simple overall, and I think I can take can't climb or carrying an item. Alright, well I got this figured out now. Holy crap, this is gonna be a nightmare. Okay, that's one way to do it, I guess. Epitaph, child program. Samsara terminated here. Logic, program timed out. File memory dump. But I only was stuck. What was I supposed to? I see clouds. Progeny program, Samsara B 72.2 series. A little weird, but okay. Okay, simple enough.
Cease!
Creepy.
In the time of your ancestors, there were those who did not choose the path of faith. You do not need to fear their ghosts. Fear only that you may become like them.
Creepy. Very creepy. Have you tried crossing the laser beams from Stupendous Man? Okay. Just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything from that one that's supposed to happen. Simple enough. Less simple. go. One more puzzle, and that's definitely going to be it for the day, because I'm clearly too tired for this. There are hidden dangers in this new world. I have inexplicably escaped death by any number of times. I suggest vigilance. Who knows what happens to those who step carelessly too often. From Samsara. Made a box float. Seriously, it was awesome. From 8. 8, I like the cut of your jib. And your name, because... Nock posted my thoughts, but he didn't post it by the computer, so... It also may not help that I spin a lot in this game. I think I'm making myself dizzy. Okay, so what do I have? Got a... thing right there. Ah! I thought that was further down. That's all. I'm alright. Okay. I have an idea of how I'm supposed to do this, but... damn. Okay, now how to do this. I think I know where I screwed up. Okay. There we go. Wow, that one takes as long as I'm charged up. Hey, and I have everything I need to... oh, right. I'm not done yet. something about a star. Alright. Super tired jury has finished this first level and is very happy about that. You got a message for me? Alright, I've got this thing to unlock. I'll go ahead and do that now. What shapes can I make here? Well, that's not right. That is, though. I have now unlocked the fan! Which has to go and be all dramatic. But that is progress. Next episode is probably going to be 2 and 3, maybe 4, we'll see. Some days I do see it does feel like I just plow through these, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm extremely tired. So, despite being very exhausted, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments on the gameplay, my performance, or anything else, do please leave a comment. If you enjoyed, do please like, and have a good day.